Thank you for watching. Due to so many platforms closing in on the tough topics, if you have to hear ads, I do not know what they are, but they are on platforms that give me the opportunity to share my work. Thank you for understanding.
Hello, this is Trinity, and you're listening to Esoteric-Truth Radio. So I'm sitting here with just a couple hours sleep. I've been flooding the zone on my channel, and I've tried to figure out. It was like there's something missing. There was something missing, and then Eureka! I'm a genius. Okay, so here's the thing. Why are people in the streets? Why is ICE doing what they're doing? Why is the military there? There's all kinds of shit that's just happening, right? All at once, like all at once. Do you know why it's happening? It's not about brown people. It's not about black people. It's not about immigrants. It's not about that at all. It's about the Epstein files. So, Ghislaine Maxwell last month added 148 pages of documents that have some type of information. She's kind of claiming that due to dudes in the media and stuff like that, she didn't get a fair trial. She blamed, she blamed Paramount Plus. She blamed the BBC, the Daily Mail, the Independent, Netflix. Anyway, the list goes on and on and on. So she's saying that she wants her sentence vacated or her time chopped as much as she can. And why is she doing that? You got to think about it, right? She was in that hellhole originally. Now she's got to taste the awesomeness, and she wants to get outside and do more awesome shit. She wants a puppy, but she want to be able to walk it outside. She want to go shopping. She want to go and do other things because she got a taste of it. I think ultimately they're going to vacate her sentence. There's going to be something that happens, or she's going to get murdered. Who the hell knows? All I know is that I was trying to figure out. I was like, I get it. The immigration thing has always been a thing. As a matter of fact, to date, Obama at this same point, like double the amount of people that he deported. Like he was on a deporting spree. I think he was like one of the one president that deported the most people. Fine. And he didn't do it this way, but it happened. And I'm like, why are these people in the street? They're actually breaking into homes. There's videos of ICE going into people's homes. They needed to get to the point where we go on the martial law. You know what? This shit's not even about the midterm elections. It's not even about the elections. It's about locking the country down. Because the true uprising is going to be when the files are finally released. And I don't think Pam Bondi's going to do it. I don't think Kash Patel is going to do it. I think there is going to be a massive leap. Listen, half of those people got fired, right? Half of the FBI, half of the DOJ, they're just firing like all the good people, right? Not the followers, but just the good people or whatever. Do you think that they're not still in contact with the people behind the scenes? You think that those people, some of them don't have a conscience? How do you think we know all of this shit? We had the first signal gate where that was just straight stupidity. And then we had a second signal gate where it was leaked to the press about going into Venezuela and taking Maduro. So, okay, I digress. The reason why ICE and the military are in the street is because the revolution of finding out what Trump did. So, after this, I don't know if I'm going to do it today. I'm so tired. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but I have been trying to dissect and get my research done about the Sasha Riley interview. And here's a little spoiler. He claims Trump was the kingpin. Trump ran the island. He did all of that. Epstein was kind of like the manager. You know what I mean? And then like Ghislaine Maxwell was like co-manager or the assistant manager, but that the person that was running the show, especially financially, was Trump. When that comes out, And I know I'm not the only person that's doing work on this. I just know a lot of people don't want to discuss it because the same reason why I didn't want to discuss it. But with that being said, when we find out, when we have corroborating evidence, when at some point, when we have this discussion and then they get the victims to come out, I hate saying victims, survivors come out, and they're like, screw it, we're just going to say names. And I already know like 10 people's names that he discusses. And I'm just like, that makes sense. The people that he mentions in these interviews, it makes sense. It makes sense. Those are the guys that are literally rim jamming the president at this point. I mean, for real. And I'm like, that shit makes sense. The streets is not about this. He has got to do martial law. He doesn't give a shit about the election. He doesn't give a shit about the midterms. He's yappy. Nobody cares. There's already been we were supposed to get the Epstein files back in December. It's January 13th. Yes, it's January 13th, and we got 1% while they're walking around and they're redacting everything. This is just a ploy. Keep telling people don't drop the ball on this one. Don't. Because when it's finally released, when they find out what this orange Cheeto did, what they did, you know who I think is going to come out there screaming and yelling and kung fu fighting? MAGA, the QAnon crowd, all the people that he duped, because they're going to hear some real in detail shit. And it's not pretty, it's heartbreaking. We're talking about abuse in every single way. We're talking about unaliving. We're talking about everything. And like I said, it's not that Donald Trump was on the island. It was not that he was on the planes. It was not that, he wasn't at the parties. According to this evidence, according to this interview, he was the dude. He was the dude. Did you remember there was a video that was released of, him doing the little thing with his arms like old grandpas do when they're dancing? And he's talking to Epstein, right? And then Epstein like kind of falls over laughing. If what I just said, right, that Epstein was the king, that Epstein was the manager, Ghislaine was the assistant manager, Trump was the boss. If you watch that video again, after I just said that, if you watch it again, you will notice that Epstein was like laughing the way you would with your boss, Ha 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 ha. Oh, you're so funny, man. Oh, you're the best boss. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like Trump is hilarious. He's the best joke teller. No. It looks like a manager laughing at the corny ass joke that his boss said in fear of losing his job. That's what it looks like. If you think about the beginning of Epstein, he didn't have money. He didn't come from money. Ghislaine came from money, and then her dad died, and then she lost money. And she started attaching herself to people that have money. Fine. You get a bunch of stupid people, harmful people, you get them all together, and they come up with this kind of bullshit. And like I said in my other episode explaining this, is a worldwide issue. But the Epstein files pretty much covers the U.S. Like I'm sure there's a something files in South America and Asia. Every other place got it. Fine. This is kind of like our thing. And yeah, it goes internationally. But this dude's already mentioned. Oh, there's so many people. He's mentioned, screw it, I'm just going to name 2 names. He's mentioned Lindsey Graham. No, I'm going to say 3 names because this dude is the worst. Jim Jones and Clarence Thomas. These are 3 people that he 100% said that they were there. Now, the reason why Jim Jordan... Nope, I'm already screwing this up. Nope. See? No, I have to actually save this for the show. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Okay, I'm just excited because I sat here and I was like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. what the hell is going on. It can't be about the election. When you get somebody who just has zero empathy, who is literally walking around trying his best to be the dictator he always wanted to be, and he has this opportunity, and his background is shit on that island, is being the boss of what these over 1 million files, I think there's 2 million, and his name, oh, he's only said 8 times no, no, no. We're going to get to the bottom of this. I thought it over. I'm going to try to bypass Rumble. I get it. I get the ads. I don't know if Facebook does the ad thing. I don't know. But I know Rumble was. And I know Rumble was putting up a lot of ads. I don't like that because they're making money. I got $0.00 in my Rumble account, and it's always been that way. I don't want to monetize my stuff. So if you enjoy my work and you'd like to support my channel and my research, feel free to share, like, comment. Love for you guys to have this conversation with me, and follow. And this is gonna get good. But the math wasn't mathing, but damn, it's making a lot of sense right now. All right. So let me go work on the other stuff. I hope you have a great day. Do your thing. There's people behind the scenes trying to work things out on your behalf. I'm doing the work because I love it and it makes me happy. And I know you can hear the excitement in my voice, even though it's a horrific subject. Just being able to take the time to find out what the hell is going on, that is what I do. That is what I do. So, with that being said, it was great having this chit chat with you. I hope that you come back for the next one. Check out some of my other audio shows and some of my videos, and I will check you guys out later. I am Trinity. This is Esoteric Truth Radio. Bye.